was death, not near. I died that day.
Yeah?
Yeah. I flatlined. I was out. Heartbeat gone, no heartbeat. They had to defib me and do CPR.
That's wild.
And they brought me back to life. That's scary, man. Yeah, statistically, I shouldn't be here, but God had other plans. I mean, I had 100% blockage at my widowmaker, and I had a heart attack for over 2 hours. Everything starts with leadership, and everything rises and falls on the shoulders of leadership. My ability to lead and cast vision, and to truly pour into others and care about other people's growth and success, because I do, authentically. I've attracted top-level talent. And with the top-level talent, I've got people that are great at training. So I've got people that have come into my business with zero roofing experience. Yeah, and I've only had Summit for 14 months. So that just lets me know, like, hey, we're on the right path and we're doing things right. But I just take it one day at a time, man. I wake up and
nobody ever asked me that question before.
What the hell? Stop.
Niggas, I ain't coming on the show again.
I come in here, it looks professional. Tune into the content.
Like you were telling you guys, I'm like,
I like when people have good questions.
Welcome back to another episode of Direct Discussions Podcast. This is your boy Roger. Still no David. I don't know. He's never coming back. I don't know. But with that being said, are you tired of people calling and knocking on your doors left and right saying, oh, do you need a roof inspection? Well, there's a reason behind that, and we're about to get into it. Today, we have none other than Summit Solutions Roofing's CEO, owner, president, whatever you want to call him. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Nemes.
All right. What up?
What up?
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Grateful to be here. We finally made it happen. We've been talking about it for a bit.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Yeah. So, man, you are a busy man these days, right? Especially with roofing. Especially in roofing. And then don't get me wrong, like, I mean, we've been having some pretty good weather lately, but you still find a way to keep busy, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, customers or homeowners generally have a year to file a claim from a storm date. So there's a couple of companies that still do 2 years in the Texas market, but generally it's a year. So we've had a good amount of storms this year. So there's still a lot. I mean, there's still a lot of work. I mean, those that go out and hustle and they grind, there is a lot of work for those people.
No, most definitely. I know, especially after a storm, I see a bunch of people knocking on doors left and right, just trying to get it, man. Just trying to get that check. And, you know, you got to hand it to them, too, because they're out there knocking on roofs, knocking on doors, helping out the community in the best way that they can, making sure that people are well protected from any future storms, especially with the hail damage that we've been having as of late, bro. I've been seeing some places where hail is great ball size, golf
huge.
Ball size, huge.
Some are massive, yeah.
But I don't want to talk about too much on roofing right now. In fact, you've been able to scale this company from the ground up in such a short period of time, I'd say, because a lot of entrepreneurs maybe take 5 to 7 years to actually build what they've built in the span that it took you to get where you're at. But behind that whole experience, there was another person behind there. So I want to get to the root of who you were before you became an entrepreneur, and if you always had that entrepreneurship mindset, or if there was something that was in your head that said, man, I need to flip the switch and change my life. So
it's a great topic.
All right. Yeah, let's get into it, man. So before entrepreneurship, what did life look like for you?
So, I mean, I've worked many jobs. From a kid, 12 years old, anytime I wanted something, my mom had me, and my stepdad at the time, had me as a linesman for soccer games at 12. So every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I would be out there as a linesman with the flag. You know, out of bounds, you say what's offsides. So, I mean, they instilled hard work ethic in me from earlier on in my life than most people. From what I come across, I feel like most people weren't working at 12 if they wanted a video game, you know. So that's what life looked like for me. I mean, I had good parents. I would say great parents. They never used one another. They never used me against the other. The divorce poison, right? They co-parented very well. My father picked me up every weekend. And as I got older, my dad would want to come pick me up to go play basketball or throw the football around. And my mom would just say, be home by dark, you have school tomorrow. So that was always really cool. And I actually still thank my dad to this day for that, because, man, there's a lot of people where the father wasn't around, they dipped out, they didn't do their part as a father to pay child support, make sure their kids taken care of. And my dad did all those things. And I have a very close relationship to both of my parents to this day, and my grandmother as well. But yeah, I mean, I come from, I don't come from a bad household environment per se. At 16, I went and lived with my dad, and that was cool. It was awesome. But yeah.
See, that's the thing that I like about what you just said right now. You're putting a lot of the emphasis on parents communicating with each other, being cordial, even if they're split up. And most importantly, your dad being involved. Because a lot of people miss the mark when they're becoming fathers, or when they're playing that stepfather role, or when they grow up without a father, because...
Well, even being the mother, too, and using the child to get the dad back. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, because that happens so much. And when you do that, all you do is you fuck with the kid. Like, it messes with the kids' minds, because it's like, then they'll think like maybe dad didn't want to come pick him up, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like there's abandonment issues. And I mean, that's a whole different conversation. But it goes both ways. The father needs to show up, but the mother needs to allow the child to be in the father's life as long as he's got his stuff together.
No, 100%, because you see a bunch of men out there without fathers in their lives, or, like you said, the mom is using the kid against the dad or whatever. But then 10, 15 years later, we see how that ends up playing out in all of the weak men that we have nowadays in the world. And, I come from a similar situation as well, where my parents both split. Although my mom and my dad weren't very cordial with each other, I did go to my dad's house every weekend.
Yeah, that's good.
I did go over there. We did have a relationship. I went to work with him on job sites for remodeling when I was 10.
Yeah.
Like, I'm over there scraping paint, hitting the hammer, laying sheetrock at 10, 11 years old. So work ethic is something that, you learn early as a kid based on how much time you spend with your father. And we just got to, put emphasis on that real quick and just say, hey, like, if you're a father, if you have a father, I mean, like there's a lot you can learn from that man. And it's kind of hard when you're young and they're using the kid against you. But at the end of the day, I mean, like, try to reach out to their father or a mentor, somebody of a masculine figure, because at the end of the day, like, those people that we allow us to influence us when we're young really defines who we are as a adult in the future, and what kind of work ethic do we have. Would you agree or would you disagree?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So aside from your upbringing, I'm sure you went high school fine, everything's cool, right? Or how was that like after?
Yeah, well, I mean, I started doing some drugs in high school, senior year, drinking in junior year. Your circle of influence is everything. Wasn't like too crazy with it, but I definitely dabbled in it. I graduated high school at 17, and because my birthday is in June, so I graduated at 17, and then like a few weeks later turned 18. And I was like community college, drop all my classes next semester, maybe finish one class. And it was just like, then I got into door-to-door sales, actually. Well, waiting tables, and then got into some door-to-door sales and did very well. And then I got some management opportunities, had moved to California, and then that went south. And then I moved back to the Dallas area, and I actually moved back in with my mom at 23, and I went back to college. I went to University of North Texas. I was with my mom for like a summer. She kicked me out, which I would have done the same thing. So it's not like she just randomly kicked me out. I didn't hold up my end of the bargain, and then she was like, you gotta go. So I was pissed, very, very pissed. But looking back, it's like, thank God she did that. Like, man up, dude. You're 23 years old. So anyway, I went and lived with a friend. Then I ended up, I got accepted to the University of North Texas, and then I had the college path. So
So when you were in college, what did you study for?
Business economics at the University of Texas.
And did you know that you wanted to do that the whole time
Well,
you were
I
in
always thought
college?
business, and it's funny because, man, I just talked about like entrepreneurship, right? And I never had my eyes set on entrepreneurship. It was always, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to get a degree, and maybe somebody will give me a job. I know so many people that own companies or they're high up with this company. Maybe somebody will give me a job. And as you get older, you realize people ain't going to give you shit in this life. You got to earn it. You got to make it happen.
Yeah.
If you want it, you got to go get it. You don't wish for it, you work for it. Mm-hmm. Right? So, yeah, I mean, yeah.
So would you say you went, when you did that door-to-door sales as your first job or
Well, that wasn't
second
a
job?
first job. I had many jobs later on, but yes.
But yeah, when you got that experience, is that when you said you got really good at it, like off
Hell
the
yeah,
beginning
I was
or what?
A beast, yeah.
So
I'm
were
a
you-
beast at door-to-door sales. Yeah.
So, okay, let's touch on that real quick. So, what do you think makes somebody who goes into the door-to-door sell game, a beast?
I mean, well, first of all, it's the ability to actually go work, not based on motivation or inspiration, based on discipline. These are my goals. This is what I'm committed to. These are the results that I want. I don't care how I feel. I don't care what the weather's like. I don't care what's going on in my life. I'm committed to my commitments, and I'm going to go make it happen. That's the main thing. Because people get in their feelings. People act on emotion. And business and success has no room for emotion. You're either going to do it or you're not. And I wrote a best-selling book on it, The Code of Behavior, which that's all about it. It maps everything out. Goals, desire, discipline, confidence, action, and how are you in each space. So, yeah, and not being so salesy. It's separating yourself from all the other people that just knock and like pitch a very straightforward pitch, saying the exact same shit as everybody else. I like to have conversations with people, and I'm good at it. We all, and it's not a cocky thing. I know what I'm good at, and I know what I can work on. Now, I'm not the best of all time, but I'm pretty dang good at it.
So, were you just naturally good, or did that come from experience, or what kind of mentors or books and directions did
I would
you say?
so. I come from a family of sales, but the more you do something, the better you get. That's it. It's just it's a numbers game. You can't do something over and over and over again and not get better at it. That's just how humans are wired. The more you do something, the better you're gonna get.
Interesting. So, let's fast forward a little bit to. So, you said you were 23 when you got kicked out, correct?
Yeah,
So,
the second time. Yeah.
All right, but okay. So, what year was that? Because you had that health scare in 2021.
Correct. Yeah.
So, what year did you get kicked out? And then
23. That was 17 years ago. So shit, you do the math. What, 2008? Yeah, 2008.
Oh man. Okay, so after that, you've done a bunch of jobs before you became an entrepreneur, and you got kicked out. So, was it just hustle, grind, sell this, sell that, until then, or was there somewhere where
When was it hustle grind?
after you got kicked out of your mom's house, and then you started living on your
No,
own?
when I
doing
got
your
kicked
thing?
out, remember I went back to college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I bartended all through college.
And then after college,
Got a job.
what did you do?
Sold digital media advertising for a whopping $2,000 a month, working 60 hours a week. It's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to, society puts this idea out that you will go to college, you'll get a degree, and life's just going to be incredible. You're going to make six figures, and you're going to have the best time ever. I mean, you're going to get out there and just kick some ass, and it's going to be fun, and it's just not usually how it goes. I was making more money bartending. I was working 12 hours a week, making $4,000 to $5,000 a month bartending. And now I graduate college. I invested all that time, all that money, and $2,000 a month after taxes, 55 to 60 hours a week. So then it's like, well, shit, I feel like I'm going backwards in life. And then you get frustrated. It's like, well, what do you do then? And then I ran into somebody who I told no to about an opportunity for 4.5 years, literally all through college. And that was a pivotal moment for sure, which was the same day as 2021 day, April 4th, 2013.
So let's go ahead and talk about that. So how, I mean, you being that young, you know, because a lot of times you hear people get heart attacks in their like early 40s, like late 50s, all that stuff. But you being as young as you were then, how did that come about? Was that just out of like something just out of the blue or what?
So it was out of the blue, but it was self-inflicted. All the stuff that I had done previously led to the moments.
So I wanna get your opinion on that. Like a lot of people wait until they come to a near death experience to finally make a move, change their life.
I had
But
already changed my life before then.
yeah,
But we as humans, we drift off our path. As humans, it's very common and normal for us to go back to familiar behavior. So when things might get a little rough, you know, you're kicking ass and then things drip a little bit, or you have a bad breakup, or whatever it is that puts you in like that worst state of mind. It's a little bit different for everybody. I would say that issues with relationships or like a bad breakup, that's probably a common one. I know it was for me. Yeah, that caused me to spiral and then go back to my old ways, hang out with the people that I used to hang out with when I was making all the wrong decisions. And of course, the same things ended up happening. You know, it's like you just spiral out of control.
so would you say that near death experience was the thing
There
that got you back onto the straight?
It was death, not near. I died that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I flatlined. I was out. Heartbeat gone, no heartbeat. They had to defib me and do CPR,
That's
and
wild.
they brought me back to life.
That's wild.
Yeah, I had no pulse, heart stopped, everything.
And how long were you like that for?
They said I was out for like 40 seconds, which, I mean, you know, you hear the 10 minutes kind of thing, but when you really sit there and you just picture like yourself laying right here and you're dead and you count to 40, like that's a long time.
No, most
So it's scary, man. Yeah, statistically, I shouldn't be here, but God had other plans. I mean, I had 100% blockage at my widowmaker, and I had a heart attack for over 2 hours.
damn, that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't really hear too many stories like that nowadays.
No, widowmaker heart attack creates widows. That's why it's called that. It's the LAD artery, and that's when it's blocked. The LAD artery funnels the entire body of blood flow and oxygen. So that's why that artery, the LAD, is the widowmaker, because it's a widowmaker heart attack. Because if you have a heart attack there, it creates widows. Mm-hmm. So again, statistically, I shouldn't be here. I actually met with the nurse that saved my life 2 weeks afterwards. I met her at the clinic. I went back up there. And, I mean, it was an emotional last moment. I'm crying. My mom's crying. She's crying. And she was just like, yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe that you made it. And she said the whole time she was praying. Yeah.
Man, that's
Dude,
some powerful
yeah,
stuff
it's-
right there, man.
It's crazy looking back, man. I have a whole different appreciation for life than most.
No, for sure, because you see half the time out and about on social media or out in real life, people are just pissing away their time, and then you learn to value time when you're in a position
You
like
do.
that.
Yeah, it puts things into a whole different lens, different perspective. And unfortunately, you can't get that unless you go through that. So
No, most definitely.
Yeah.
A lot of people would probably make the excuse or the comparison to, oh, well, you know, I saw someone died, but that's never the same.
It's not even close.
So how would you say your appreciation of time has reflected into your work ethic past 2021?
For me, it's a bonus round. Like I'm living a bonus life now. So God kept me around for a reason, is what I feel. And I mean, God keeps all of us around for a reason, but few truly realize that. Few truly like think that way. Like you hear about it and it sounds cool to think that, but are you acting based on that kind of thought? And I do. I mean, I wake up every single day and I attack my goals, my dreams, my aspirations, and I make sure that my goals are big enough to where other people's goals fit in my goals. My goal is to build $100 million company over the next 3 years, right? So most people don't have goals like that. Most people's goals are, I want to make $500,000 a year. I want to make $1 million a year. I've never even had anybody tell me they want to make $3 million a year, ever. So everybody's goals fit within my goals, right? So that's what I'm creating. I'm creating something massive where I will help countless individuals achieve their goals, dreams, and aspirations as long as they have the willingness to work and they go and they make it happen. Like I said, nobody's going to give you anything. I will give you the platform to make it happen, but it's up to you to put in the action.
100%, because from a person with your experience in sales and life experience in general, I mean, people don't have an excuse that work with you to say, hey, I can't do this, this isn't happening, because like, look, you did it, you shouldn't have be here right now. And then you kind of hold them to that higher standard that most people in your position in different companies wouldn't hold their people working for them.
Yeah, and I'll take a little bit of a different angle on it, because people might look at me as like a master of it, right? Be like, well, you've been doing this for so long. Of course, it's easy for you, and people will use that. But then it's like, well, take my sales aspect away. Because the more that I'm out selling, and I tell my guys this all the time, like if I'm out selling, I'm not helping you make money. I'm 100% owner of the company. So it's better for you all for me to be in an office working on building the business, working on new connections, working on reaching out to people, working on putting out content so more people are reaching out to me, working on getting material prices lowered, working on getting new crew, like actually working on the business, not in the business. Because of that, and my social media and my ability to lead and cast vision and to truly pour into others and care about other people's growth and success, because I do authentically, I've attracted top level talent. And with the top level talent, I've got people that are great at training. So I've got people that have come into my business with zero roofing experience, zero. Now they've done some door-to-door stuff here and there, but you're even talking like girls, guys, from all different backgrounds that have come in, again, no experience in anything construction related, and they will freaking go crush it. I had a girl with 3 bills go up last week, zero roofing or construction experience. And I mean, she's gone door to door selling some stuff. Yeah, but my thing is, it's like, take me out of it, right? We're proving it with other people that have no experience or very little experience.
So what would you say is the secret to the madness, in a sense, from one roofer company A, one roofer company B, and Summit?
Leadership. I mean, everything starts with leadership, and everything rises and falls on the shoulders of leadership. So, and this is not a hit at other owners. I'll just say that. This is me speaking on what people that come into my company tell me. This company owes me $40,000 and they're not paying me. This company owes me $15,000 and they're not paying me. Yeah, I really want to come work for you, but man, they owe me $10K still, but like, and they're just kind of messing. Man, I hear about this stuff all the time. Like, number one thing, you can't be messing with people's pay. Like, people are relying on those checks to pay their bills, to support their families. I never mess with people's money, man. Like, you earn the money, you're getting paid. There's no, and I've forgotten a couple of times because like we get like 15 checks deposited, like I might have missed one. And I tell people, hey, if you don't get it, like it's not on purpose. Just reach out to me and I'll send it to you right away.
Yeah.
Like it happened today, actually. I was looking at a job to put the labor on there because the crew finished the work. And I was like, hey, bro, I didn't send you the $1,000 advance. He's like, nah, man. I was like, I'm sending it to you right now. He's like, dude, it's fine. Just wait. I was like, no, like this is what we do. And he's like, well, I really appreciate it. It's like I sent him money right then. But yeah, man, I operate from integrity and morals and ethics and truly focusing out versus focusing in. And it's like, look, man, yeah, I own the company 100%. I do well, right? But it's already there. My focus is truly helping other people succeed and achieving their goals. That's what really brings me more joy than anything, is knowing that I am impacting people and, bro, just like, I provide the vehicle and I pour into people, and then from there they're gonna do what they do. Like for instance, like I had one of my reps. He had one job that he just got paid over $15,000 on. That was his commission. And another job, same rep, got paid. I think it was $9,600. But you're talking almost 25, right at 25 grand on two jobs. It's like, and he has a newborn and a son. It's like they're gonna have a great Christmas as long as he doesn't go blow it all, right? But I talk to people about that too, and he's got millions in the pipeline. But I'm just saying, like, man, it just to know that, and all the crews that we're providing work to, right? That they're able to put food on their table, and if they have family in Mexico, like they're sending. Man, I just love being a catalyst for all of this kind of stuff. Like it pushes me so much.
No, for sure. It really takes a lot.
But most owners are greedy. That's the thing. Most owners are greedy. They change people's pay, so they stop paying them as much. And it's like, bro, like, why would you do that? Like, you're going to take money away from them. For what? Then they get pissed off and they want to go somewhere else. The only time that you change things, they should be making improvements. But people get greedy.
Yeah.
And like, I'm paying you too much. It's like, man, they're out there making them money and they're doing well, but they're also making you a good amount of money. If you care that much to make more money, go recruit more people. Don't take away from the people you have.
Yeah. 100%.
Go recruit more guys or girls. I got 2 girls that are freaking rock stars. So, and it's just a different mindset. But I get that from the network marketing industry. See, I'm in the top 1% of one of the top network marketing companies in the world. I mean, I have thousands in my organization. Yeah. Now it's dipped down. I still make a 6-figure residual income from that company. That company changed my life. And it's given me all the tools to succeed. I mean, the way that I am and the way that I operate now, and how I think is all directly related to that company. And I can't speak on the company. Like they'll flag it. Hey, yeah, take that down. And they're crazy with the shit, which is actually part of why I kind of ventured away a little bit. Because they got a little too controlling on certain things, and I wasn't about it. However, changed my life, the company. So, yeah,
man, that's one thing I like to hear from that is the fact that you said you like to pour into people,
culture,
yeah. And that's very important in any company that you work for, man.
And recognition, recognize people, man. Make people feel good and appreciated. And also, most people only hear from like upper management when they're doing something wrong. Man, we pour into people at Summit.
No, for sure. Because a lot of the times you see a lot of people, say, oh, man, I want to leave this job because they're making me work 60 hours a week. I'm not getting the recognition that I deserve. And I want to get onto this because you said making improvements inside the company, whereas most companies will allow the bad employees to continue to work there, bring the morale down, and then make the good people want to leave.
Yep. High performers don't want to be around the little bitch mindsets. And that's why I have the motto, winners only. Like, if you complain, if you bring drama around, if you are only talking about problems and there's no solutions around the problems, then you just want to talk about a problem. If you're gossiping, bye. Like, I'm not a company that just hires you because you have a heartbeat. And I've proven this because at one point I had like 20 to 25 guys. I went down to 4. Those 4 the next week did 51 deals, generated millions. And before that, nobody was doing near that. The energy, the vibe, the culture, the conversations, it all changed.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And now I'm just attracting more and more winners. That's it.
Yeah, because nobody wants to work in a place where the culture isn't there. If you don't bring the culture as the owner, as the entrepreneur who's founded it all, then, I mean, we're just going to go back to those times where you just see on TV and on commercials about the boss who just, demands everything, and all the people are disgruntled, and then nobody wants to work for that guy, but then they're stuck unhappy working for that guy. But the fact that you're able to pour into your team the way you do allows them to see that vision that you're casting and not just saying, hey, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. They're actually seeing it.
Oh, we're making
and I think
it
that's very important to say because there's so many jobs in the world, either if you're doing door-to-door sales, working for roofing, working for plumbing or anything like that, any blue-collar job out there, because a lot of people make the mistake of saying, oh, I can't get rich off a blue-collar job. That's proven wrong.
There's more money in blue-collar than most industries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about networking a little bit as it relates to your company. When you're out on the field and then you're running into other contractors that aren't roofers, do you bring them into the network and say, hey, look, if I
I
got a
always
job,
exchange info.
yeah,
Yeah.
and how has that been beneficial to you to continue to allow that network open between
Man,
you?
it's everything. Like one of my close friends, John, from him, I met a guy named Tyler. And John does concrete. And I use him as like my sub for concrete asphalt. That's his main niche is concrete. And because of that, I met a guy named Tyler. And Tyler is whose development I came from. I left there and came here.
Yeah.
So it's a 4-unit townhome attached, and we're putting the roof on Friday. But he's giving me every single roof he's got, and he's got over $30 million in the pipeline of jobs. He landed they got an agreement today of a 22-unit complex. He's got another 17-unit. Yeah, and he's having me do all of his jobs. Well, guess what? It came from John, who does concrete. So I'm always networking. Always.
When you mention winners only, it makes me think about that phrase where you are the 5 people you keep around you.
Yep.
How true is that, and how is that changing your life?
It is literally everything. Like, if you're talking about stupid shit, not hanging out with you. If you're doing drugs, not hanging out with you. If you don't align with what I surround my life with, like, how do I want to word it? If you don't, if you don't align with my moral compass, I just don't have room for you in my life. And there's no like hate or envy. It's just, we are not on the same wavelength. We do not have the same goals. We don't have the same outlook on things. And it's not like I'm better than you. It's just a matter of time is very valuable. Mm-hmm. Conversations are, you got to be mindful of certain conversations that you have, because the power of the tongue, words have power, and it will literally determine success or not being successful.
And was there a pivotal moment in your life and your upbringing where you realized that early on, or did you learn that through business?
I learned it through business. Well, yeah. I mean, you hear about it, but for me, I really learned when there's the experience. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I mean, hey, the heart attacks came from. It was a result from the people that I was hanging out with, because the people that I was hanging out with ended up with me doing certain things. If I was hanging out with a different type of crowd where that wasn't allowed, that wouldn't have been present in my life.
But I think hindsight is 20/20 in a sense where, I mean, regardless of whether you have gone through it or you haven't gone through it, you would have had to still learn a lesson either way. Yeah. And maybe this was probably the way you had to learn the lesson looking back at it. Do you think?
No, for sure. But the point to it was, that it was just an example that, yeah, you are who you surround yourself with, and people in certain groups that are aligned with whatever they do. And that's part of my book, The Code of Behavior. Like, teachers usually go out and hang out with teachers. Bartenders hang out with bartenders. Like, people that are in, like, dance crews, like, hip-hop dance, they all hang out together. Business CEOs, they meet up and they hang out together. So usually, like, bartenders, they go out and have happy hour, and bartenders hang out with bartenders.
Yeah.
A lot of waiters and waitresses hang out with each other.
So okay, let's do this. If someone's in that position where they want to get out of the circle that they're in, what do you have to say to that person who's trying to get out that circle and improve their life?
Nothing changes if nothing changes. If you continue hanging out with these people, you won't get the information that you need. What you don't know will hurt you. That's a stupid saying. What you don't know won't hurt you. Because if you don't get new information, then how can you level up in your life? Mm-hmm. Like, it does hurt you because you'll be stuck.
And that's one of the things about life we need to realize, too, is that we got to go through shit to get to where we want to be. And a lot of people are too scared to say, hey, man, I don't want to do this because it's hard. Because it's hard.
Well,
really?
And it's a choose your hard. Being broke is fucking hard. And doing something different, entrepreneurship, or even going to do work for a great company, doing door to door and busting your ass every single day is hard. But what can it lead to? And again, it's like, what are you going to do the next 3 to 5 years? Because where we are today is a result of the work that we've done in the past. So if you're unhappy with it, then you got to change something. And you got to love from a distance, friends, family, and you just got to start getting around new people that have what you want, period. Because the conversations are different. Like, I only hang out with high level people. And back to what I said earlier, it's not about that I'm better than people. I don't think like, oh, well, I'm better than you. At the end of the day, we're all humans and God can take it away from us just like that. It's happened to me multiple times. So I just know what I want in life and where I want to go. And I'm going to hang out with the people where we're on the same trajectory, or the people are already there. Because you learn from those people. Mm-hmm. I mean, no offense to the people that are not where I'm at, but if I want to get to $100 million company, I'm not going to learn from somebody that makes 50 grand a year. Period.
Exactly.
Because if they knew the information, I mean, they might not be making doing 100 million, but they're going to be doing more than 50K. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to listen to somebody that's making $50,000 a year about how to build a $100 million company.
So let me ask you this. So you just mentioned that hanging around the people making what you're making or more. So what are some of the lessons that those people that are making more than you are instilling in someone like you?
Yeah, they don't freaking stop, man. Like, no matter how much money they have, they keep going as if they have nothing. And that was the biggest mistake that I made. Because in the network marketing company, I got to making on average like $40,000 a month residual. But every time like I would get to a point, there would be like comfortability, chill. And then income would tank. And then I got to go back out there and grind my ass off. And then I get to even better position than I was before when I chilled. And then I chill as if something's going to change. And then guess what? It didn't change. It went back down. So now I started paying attention. Like before, I started paying attention to the successful people. A little bit more. Like I'm paying attention more, way closer. And I'm like, yeah, they just don't stop. They act like they have no money. Every day they get up and they go back to work and they do it all over again. Nonstop. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I do too. And my money keeps going up.
Let me ask you this. In your TEDx talk, you mentioned living in your purpose. What does that phrase mean to you?
So it's tapping into my greatness, but while doing that, I can help other people tap into their greatness. AKA $100 million company, AKA attracting certain people in and encouraging them and equipping them and getting them to understand that they can do so much more than they are, and getting them and like, come on, like getting them to do it. That, man, I just love that. It brings me so much joy.
Would you say that reflects in the way you train your new hires?
Absolutely. It's winners only, baby.
Yeah. I like that.
I told there was a guy this morning, man, he had an excuse. I said, if you do this again, you're done.
Yeah. And then how did he react to it?
He was out knocking doors. He was at 30 doors as of a couple hours ago.
No, he realizes like, man,
I just don't have time for it.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, I got this going on. Like, I don't give a fuck. We all have stuff going on. You want it or not? I'm not trying to hear it. And it's not about like, oh, I'm heartless. It's like, if you're talking to me like that, you're going to be having side conversations with other people like that. If you're going to talk to the owner about all your drama and little things going on, like, man, you're going to be talking about that to everybody. You probably even talk about it to homeowners. Mm-hmm. There's a time and a place.
Not at work.
Correct. Day one. Like, dude.
Day one?
Yeah. He was hours late yesterday.
Oh, that's immediate red flag right there.
Exactly. Yeah. But
especially to a man who values time. I mean, like, let's be honest.
Yeah, well, it wasn't with me. It was with my district manager. But still, like, dude, come on. But yeah. And then he sent me a text this morning, and I hadn't responded yet. He goes, never mind, I don't quit. He had like this whole long thing. He's like, man, I'm sorry I wasted time. Blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, I didn't respond yet. And he's like, never mind, I don't quit. And then I was like, and then he was supposed to be my district manager at a certain time. And then that's when he didn't make it. And I was like, well, bro, to have him like wake up at 5 a.m. and meet you at 7, that is a little much on like, come on. Anyway, then he missed the second time. But then he ended up showing up. But I told him, I was like, hey, if this shit happens again, you're done. Period. He's like, I'm sorry, boss. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, whatever, man.
No,
We'll
I'm kind of the same way with the people I manage. I'm like, no excuses. Like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I mean, like I said, like, check that drama at the door. We got stuff to do where we're at now. When we're on the clock, this is what we are doing. I don't want to hear about, oh, your head hurts, oh, I have an aid, or all that. You should have been at work prepared to work.
Yeah. Man, I had a heart attack, and I was in ICU working the next day from my phone. On calls, texts, messages, like, there's no excuses. You just freaking make it happen. You sit there and talk all this stuff about how much you want, what you're going to do, and then you're freaking late, like hours. Like, dude, no. Anyway. Yeah, and it's, I mean, I do. And I've had talks with reps that are maybe going through whatever they're going through. I won't get into it because if people listen, they might be able to pick up on it. I don't want to put too much out there for people's personal information of what's going on in their life. But I mean, I've had our conversations with people that are dealing with this or dealing with that. Like I care about people, but it's like when you are invested with Summit Solutions, you're invested in the company. I'm going to invest in you. Day 1, day 2 is not the day to be talking about your bullshit problems and drama. I don't want to hear it. All you did was talk about how great you are and how much you want in life, and then day 1 you're talking about this? Nope. Now you've been grinding and you're providing value. Cool. You got something that comes up? We can have a conversation.
No, 100%. Because a lot of people. Let me ask you this: what do you notice about this current generation of people coming up?
Weak. Everybody wants to be a TikTok influencer. They don't understand like how hard that is. Like your chance of that is less than 1%. Or IG influencer. Like to really make some serious money, slim to none.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a sad reality. But as far as from being weak, what do you see in the mindset of the newer generation
They
that
just don't want to work much. I mean, and you well.
But
okay.
why is that? Why do you,
I'll-
aside from them wanting to be an influencer and all this and that, what do you think is the root cause of them not wanting to work much?
Social media, parenting, what's taught in schools, information that's put out there. Depends on where they live. Depends on upbringing, of course. Present parents. But on the flip side, you do have a higher number of youth that are saying no to drugs and not drinking and more focused on business. And there is a lot more information out there than, I don't know how old you are, but I'm 40. There's a lot more information out there than there was when I was 18, 19, 20, 21. And like conferences and masterminds and groups and different things that you can get into with high level people for not that much money. You know, some of these groups are like $97 a month, couple $100 a month. I mean, you can be waiting tables and pay for that, right? And now get new knowledge and develop new skills. So it just depends on what you focus on and what you're paying attention to. But I mean, yet, bro, I'll talk to a 35, 40-year-old that is freaking lazy and ain't doing shit and has all of the excuses in the world. So while, yeah, there's a lot of 20 and 21-year-olds that might bring that kind of stuff up, there's a lot of 35, 40-year-olds that are still talking that way too.
100%.
So, I just, yeah.
100%.
I've met, man, I'll tell you, my ads guys that I've got some other things that are developing, and man, I'm so excited. But one is 23 and one is 27. They make like $2 million a month. And then they have like a group. I spoke at their event in Miami it was like a month and a half ago, give or take. It was nothing but people in their 20s, like all hustlers. So
I think on the flip side, you mentioned that there is value in the social media out there because it's allowing the youth to see that vision from a distance.
Depends on the algorithm and their For You page and what they watch, because it could be nothing but ratchet BS and fights and kill. Like, dude, there's so much nonsense on social media. But then on the flip side, like, again, depending on what they're clicking on and they're focused on, will depend on the content that pops up. So social media can be incredible if they're getting on there to learn and to better their life, but it can also be detrimental because they can see stuff on there that they'll go act on and ruin their life.
It's funny because I have that same talk with my daughter all the time where I'm like, she's 8, right? And I give her the iPad because she's learning Spanish on the iPad.
Yeah.
And then she has her little math things where she comes home. And I was like, all right, you're coming home from school, do your paperwork from your little homework. And then after that, get on this little math app.
Yeah.
And I send her a report card every week. I'm like, look, I'm going to take away that iPad. You're not going to be on YouTube anymore. And then I go to her history, and I just notice the more I tell her, hey, I don't want you watching XYZ, but I want you to watch XYZ, we have these, and she's 8, bro, but we're having in-depth conversations about why things work, how businesses are ran. Yeah. And instead of being the kind of person that says, oh, because they just do, or not having an answer, I put myself in a position where I'm able to provide an answer that's valid, and it gets her thinking more. And I think, again, like, I think it just goes back to how we were raised and what kind of morals and ideas we were growing up with. So I take this as...
And what you want out of life.
Exactly.
And what you wanted to do and how serious you are. Because based on that will depend on what you're searching and what you're wanting to look at. I mean, those are your thoughts. From your thoughts come the actions, and then the actions come the results.
100%. So I take it that you came from a conservative household based on the way you carry yourself?
Yeah, but I'll tell you, man, before, we don't have to get too political, but I will. I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, before, I was probably more a Democrat. The way that, but that party is just not, this is not the same, in my personal opinion. It's more of like a good versus evil. And is the Republican Party perfect? Absolutely not. A politician is a politician at the end of the day, but you have to look at, this is what this party is representing and speaking on, and this is what this party is speaking on. It's what they represent. So yeah, I mean, I'm more on the conservative side for sure. Now, with that being said, I have Democratic friends. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel, I mean, we're all entitled to our opinion, and it would be boring as hell if we all had the exact same opinions.
Yeah, if you want to have the same opinions, go move to China or something.
Yeah, exactly. But like, if we all thought the same and acted the same and spoke the same, what a boring world we would be living in, right? But yeah, and somebody asked me this the other day. I mean, we had there was a full-out conversation. It's like, well, why would you vote for Trump or the conservative side? And it's like, well, because I care about this, and this. And that is what his main focus is on. So at the end of the day, people are going to vote based on whatever they feel is best for them and their family. And that's it. And it's like, cool. I'm not going to sit here and like shame people or like, you're wrong for that. Mm-hmm. I might not agree with it. I might not understand why on earth you would support that, but it's, that's not for me to try to figure out.
No, for sure. And see, like me growing up, going to high school. So I was in middle school when I was in 6th grade when Obama got elected for president.
I never cared about politics. I was like, fuck, I don't give a shit.
No, exactly. But then it's not even about politics at that point. It's about what kids are getting taught in schools. Like nowadays, they're over here trying to make kids like swing left, swing left.
Yeah, and like the transition, like the sex transitioning and like it's just crazy, bro. It's just crazy. And there's just certain things that like I'm so like there's this fuck no. Like if you did that to my kid, I would probably be put in jail.
100%.
Like there's just I don't it just doesn't make sense to me. And there's also like I mean we don't have to go down that road, but like opening the border and just certain things I don't agree with. And that actually I posted it today. Today is Charlie Kirk's birthday.
Yeah.
But I had a conversation with him at the Win the Storm event. It was we were doing a Q&A. He wanted to know the opinion on what to do with ICE. Like Trump had Charlie Kirk going around to different like roofing conferences because we're the ones that are in the trenches with this. And it's like, what are your opinions on this? Like, what ideas do you have? Because the president wants to know. Because it's like, we can't just, if somebody's here illegally, you can't literally just send every single person back. We would have a major labor problem with the construction industry, with the hospitality industry. Like, we would crumble. So that was the conversation. That was the topic. So I stood up and we had like a 5-minute conversation. And then at the meet and greet, we took the picture. And then his security came up to me and was like, hey, you're the guy that spoke about blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, that's me. And they were like, Charlie Kirk wanted me to come get your information because he wants to speak to you more about this conversation because he was really enjoying the convo. And then obviously, he was assassinated. But yeah, it's cool to hear different perspectives. And I mean, dude, like at the end of the day, you're a good person or you're not. Like you're doing good in the world. You treat people with respect or you don't. I don't care if you're black, white, brown. Like none of that matters. Like who are you? What do you represent? How do you treat people? And that's it. Period. End of story. Like it's the human race. I mean, I have friends of all nationalities and ethnic and religious backgrounds. It's just you're good dude, good chick, or you're not. Good woman, good man, or you're not. And that's it.
I think for me, I was. I mentioned that story back when Obama got elected president because they made me write a paper talking about how does this make you feel, and I'm like, this doesn't matter to me. But it didn't matter to me because my views didn't really align with. Oh, we got a black president. I mean, cool, great, great for the country, I guess. But for me personally, I didn't grow up thinking like that. I didn't grow up thinking.
Me neither. It wasn't a political household.
No, at all.
Yeah.
But for me, like I say that because I didn't grow up saying, "Oh, we need to suck on the government's teat and then just cash in welfare checks and live on government assistance." Like I grew up in a household where my dad was like, "No, if we need to work, we're gonna go out there and get it."
Right.
Like from the get go. My mom was the same way. Even when they split, my mom raised myself and my 3 other siblings by herself, working job to job. But at the end of the day, like I got to see what a hard working individual was looking like as a kid.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're in this pivotal position right now with this 4-year gap that we got. Before we don't know what happens after Trump gets out of the office. We don't know, but in this gap, I feel like the country is turning a page. They're starting to better themselves. All of that shit from the last 4.5, 6 years since COVID, even all that shit's getting wiped away, and we're all turning.
People are tired of the bullshit, and people are waking up from all backgrounds and ethnicities, and it's beautiful to see.
No,
it's awesome to see for sure. Again, you could have multiple podcasts on this. I mean, there's people that have podcasts where this is it.
Yeah,
and they have got you could have hundreds of episodes. But yeah, man, I've got my views, and that's that. I lost my little brother to an overdose. So, the fentanyl and the drugs, like, bro, open borders, like, how fucking stupid is that?
Yeah.
You just letting anybody and everybody in, that's just so stupid. And, I mean, look, like, at the end of the day, Charlie Kirk being taken out, I think there's way more to it than what we're being told. I don't know if we'll ever know the truth, but he had a movement, and he was in the colleges making a major shift in the minds of the young adults, and certain people didn't like that, and he's taken out, and it's like he was taken out, and where's the riots?
Exactly.
Where's the conservative side? And we're labeled as they're MAGA and they're crazy and they're gonna go kill everybody and all this, but like there's no violence really that you see
at all.
I haven't seen anything
either.
Retaliations of burning cities and looting and none of it. So sometimes we just got to take a step back and think for ourselves. And there are some things about Trump that bro, where's the list? There's certain things I'm like, dude, you made certain promises and you're not upholding those. So I'm not over here like 100% over here. I will call a motherfucker out if there's something that they're not keeping their word on.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. So, however, I mean, he's in my opinion, he's doing a lot better than the other option. I don't even know like how Kamala was even a choice. The girl couldn't even form a sentence. Like, she would be asked a question, there wouldn't even be like an answer. It would be like it's just spinning around. Like, wait, what? But yeah, I mean, it's like I just didn't make any sense to me. But I mean, the people spoke. To win all 7 swing states.
Hell yeah.
All 7. I think that's like the first time of all time.
Yeah.
But Yeah, and again, Trump ain't perfect, but man, he's better. And you know, they hate him so much because he can't be bought. He's already a billionaire. They're always in the politicians' pockets. You know, hey, we'll give you X amount. I mean, you look at all these politicians they get out of office, and they're worth like how much? Like, how the hell are y'all worth this much money when it's like $400,000 a year salary? Anyway.
Insider trading.
Yeah, we were just talking about Nancy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Nancy's, I have, you know, I got my opinions on her, but I do need her stock trades.
Yeah. You have to join her group.
She's very good at predicting the stock market.
Yeah, you have to join her group. Pay that.
Yeah, he said there's
a Discord or some
kids
shit
out there that are putting out all her trades.
Uh-huh.
She kills it. She's worth like 9 figures or some shit.
I don't know, man.
$250,000 salary. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Yeah. And you talking about what do the next 5 years look for Summit?
Oh man, building just 9 figures, man. So I've already been asked to merge or sell 7 times in the last 5 months. Shit. Yeah, and I've only had Summit for 14 months. So that just lets me know, like, hey, we're on the right path and we're doing things right. But I just take it one day at a time, man. I wake up and I do my absolute best that day. And those days compound to the weeks, to the months, to the years. So we'll do our absolute best, man. And wherever we land is where we land. That's in God's hands. But a multiple 9-figure company all over the country. I'd like to be the biggest damn roofing company in the country.
Do you see yourself being at some point you actually being the one buying out other roofing companies?
Hell yeah. We're already looking at doing it now. Acquiring smaller companies. Absolutely. That's how you expand faster. But we're in 5 states already.
Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that you were looking for help in Kentucky.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got my guy in Tennessee got a connection to 12 commercial properties. And they don't have a roofer at all. 0. So we're actually meeting the owner on Monday. He's meeting the owner with our crew leader in Kentucky to go walk the properties. Car dealerships. Massive. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then we're rocking and rolling in Arkansas and Arizona and Oklahoma, Texas. And, man, I get messages every day. Hey, have you thought about coming here? You coming here? They hit up about Florida, California. Man, they're all over. But you got to be careful who you allow to wear your company name because they can ruin you quick. So
yeah, no, for sure. Have you ever had an experience where that's backfired on you? And if so, elaborate.
Yeah, man, I've had some crazy shit happen.
All right, what's the craziest thing that's happened?
I don't even want to talk about it because I don't want to give people an idea to do it to me again. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. But basically somebody was doing everything that they can to tarnish our name. And we lost one 6-figure job and a couple others, man. But it got nipped in the bud quick. But yeah, dude, it was pretty wild, man. Shit was wild.
Hell yeah!
I'll tell you off camera.
All right, but
it's pretty people are just nuts, man. They're just. I'm like, if you put that much effort, time, and energy into actually like something productive, bro, you would have killed it. Like what you did, it would have never even crossed my mind. Like that was very unique and
elaborate.
Yeah, and smart to do to mess a company's name up for a bit until obviously truth comes out. But it's like, damn, dude, if you just shifted that energy and into things that'll better your life and better your bank account and everything else is
hell yeah.
But that's just not how people think sometimes.
We'll end it up with this. That camera is going to be the one that you're going to look at. I want you to tell people where to get in contact with you if they want to quit their 9 to 5 and start making roofing money.
Yeah, for sure. So if you want to get in touch with me, my TikTok and my Instagram are Tatted Prez. Like the tattoos, TATTEDPREZZZ, 3 Z's. And then Jason Nemes is my name. That's my Facebook. And roofsbysummit.com is my roofing company website. And if you want to apply, join.roofsbysummit.com. You can apply on there. I'll take a look and we can get on a call. But yeah, I've been able to impact and shift a lot of people's lives, and we're always looking for the next person. So if that's you, hit me up.
And if it ain't you, hit them up either way so you can tell you no. But don't waste the time either because time is valuable.
That's right. Send you to my assistant.
There,
Waste her time.
there you go. Well, I appreciate you coming
Yes,
on and having
sir.
a conversation
Thank you,
with us, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we're gonna put everything in the bio, link down below, all that good jazz. So if you're looking for a job and you have the work ethic and you made it this far, and you're like, yeah, I can work for him. I can work for him. I can work for him. I'm buying the vision. Tap in. He'll get you signed up. Get you making. I don't know.
I don't promise anybody anything. I promise you the opportunity is there, but I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know your skill level. So, and I only hire people that have sales experience. So if you don't have sales experience, it's just not the right time.
So go work at a dealership and then come back.
Yeah, or another roofing company.
Yeah.
Come back.
Alrighty. Well, we'll catch you on the next one.